I must be getting old because I don't know how to turn this truck off, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out here in a second. I borrowed this EV Silverado from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. It is available for sale as of right now. And yeah, it's out there. You know, they say this is the future. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case. Here's the window sticker, and at the very top is a description. It's black on black. And this is just a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price is going to be $94,500, and with destination at $1995, total price is $96,495. So as you guys can see, everything comes pretty much standard with what you're going to see on this build today. I truly am that old person now. I walked away with the key in my pocket hoping it would turn off, and it didn't turn off. So at some point in this video I will show you how to turn this truck off, but for now let's just take a look at it. I mean, this thing is big, like really big. It's so big they decided to run 24-inch wheels on it. And the RST is going to be the top trim level, and it's going to give you the longest range at about 440 miles. Now with this RST, it does paint the whole front end, the side of it. On the lower trim, like the work truck model, it had a lot of plastic on it. So I think most people are going to like this one a lot better. And I will say, if you're going to be spending 80 grand for a work truck model, you might as well just spend another 16,000 to get this one. I mean, you get 24-inch wheels, as I said. Premium lighting comes standard on all trim levels. Front parking sensors and camera right there. This also has Super Cruise too, so this is going to be able to drive itself, and I think GM has the absolute best. And you see right there, a little bit of flow through right there, and a little bit right there too. Now this does have a frunk, and I'm sure that it opens, so let's go ahead and see. There's a button on the front end right there, so that will pop it open. Oh, actually will open all the way. There is a button inside as well, and this is pretty decent size. Lighting's right here, and they give you a 120 volt plug, 2.4 kilowatts or 20 amps, so 2400 watts of power basically. Not bad. And if you want to close it, I guess you push the same button down here. That is the case. So this is not too hard so far to use. This is my first time. Everything you're seeing is my first time. LT 275/50 24. So it's a really skinny tire. 275. And as far as the capacity goes, 3,195 pounds. And that's 80 PSI on these tires. That's pretty dang good. And I will say that if you do plan on towing, I know they say you can tow up to 10,000 pounds, but yeah, that's a lot of weight for something like this. Fabric material on the wheel wells. You guys can see this does have the air suspension on all four corners. Let's go see if we have a better view on the other side. A little bit better. You guys can see that upper control arm is aluminum. So is the lower one. And yeah, that's a really nice setup there. Huh. Now here's a side view of it too. It does have running boards down below, and smart key system on the front and rear doors. It looks pretty cool. Like, I will say, if you see this going down the road, it looks pretty menacing. I've already seen a couple of them. Here's some of the badging right there. Cameras on the side of the mirrors with turn signals, all painted. Blind spot monitoring. And it does have an all glass roof. Let's see what it looks like on the outside. Pretty cool. And then this is where you're gonna fill up, this is where you're gonna charge at. Gotta get used to saying that. And if you get a 240 volt, that's what you're gonna use that for. And then tail lights have a little bit of chrome accent there. There is a step out back. Parking sensors on the side, so if you're pulling into a garage, that'll help protect you there. And it looks like it has the multi-flex tailgate. I'm assuming that's gonna be a class 4 hitch because of the towing capacity numbers. And they give you the camera inputs in a 7-pin. Out back, you're gonna have independent rear suspension. You can't really see much. Yeah, you can't see anything really. But air suspension, as I said, on all 4 corners, independent. Let's go ahead and pop the tailgate. So you push this button, it acts as a normal tailgate, but if you push the button on the right, it drops this down into a step. And here is your bed cover. So it's going to be a soft one. Oh wow, not the best design. Let's try it one more time. Let's see. Oh wow, look at that. It just kind of flaps down to the side. Okay, I have the same one on my HD truck, and it has a track right here that it sits on, but it looks like this one does not. So hold on one second. The further you go up, it does sit on the track a lot better. But inside the bed, you guys see it is spray-in. Bed lights are right there, and you have 7.2 kilowatts or 7,200 watts in the bed. So there is a 30 amp plug. Also, you have these 120 volts, and this is how you pretty much turn it on and off too out back. Now this is some storage. I don't know why they designed it this way. It's very cheaply done, and it's kind of hard to get it back in the holes there. Maybe if you're not holding a camera, that is. Now, as I said earlier, this does have basically a 10-foot bed, but right now it's 5'11". Let's go ahead and break it down so you guys can see how all this looks. So first thing is first, we have to drop down the headrest like that, and then there's a strap here, and then just below you can pull this one to lower this down, but I can't do it with the camera in my hand. And then we'll do the exact same on that side. Up next, you have to pull these levers on both sides. The glass is gonna pop down, but luckily they have a stopper, and then this is kind of comes out like this. And this is heavy actually. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Hold on one second. Up next, you have these buttons on both sides. You can push either one, and then this will basically come down as one piece. And this is how you have a 10-foot bed. Now, we'll say maybe having a bed cover might be cumbersome, because if you want to remove that, if you need something tall to get in, that might kind of complicate this. But yeah, there's other different things you can do with this too, but this is the main one I want you guys to see. So let's go ahead and talk about the EV powertrain, and then we'll jump into the interior.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there is an electric motor out back, and there's also one on the front end of this Silverado. You can kind of see it right there. So normally you see 3, but this one only has 2. I think the Hummer has 3, and it's gonna have 785 horsepower and 754 pound-feet of torque. It's hard saying that today. Like, it just seems insane. But I did drive it. It is fast. I think they say 0 to 60 is like 4.5 seconds. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. So on the door, this is like a rubbery material. It's not plastic. We have a little bit of vinyl here. It says RST on the side. Power folding outside mirrors, which is really nice to have on something like this. This thing's big, so you're definitely going to use that a lot. Auto up and down for the front, and just auto down for the rears. You have electronic parking brake. This is your air suspension, and then this is going to be for your lane keep assist. This is how you use the frunk and drop the tailgate. Electronic parking brakes right there, and then here's your stock for your turn signals and high beams. Also windshield wipers too. And then this is your shifter. Heated steering wheel. This is a thick steering wheel too, and you guys can see this has the cruise sensors right there. Red stitching. It says RST in the center of that steering wheel. Kind of a flat bottom too. 17.7 inch screen. I think it's an 11 inch screen right here. And dual climate control. You have your heated and ventilated seats. So as you guys would expect, these things do come pretty well equipped. And first editions only come in black and white. That's it. It's just black and white. wireless charger, USBs, and shockingly a 12-volt plug. I would have never expected to see that in an electric vehicle, just saying. Those are just dying very quickly. Type-C USB in this deep storage. This area is illuminated as well. I don't see that this slides, which would be nice, but red and blue stitching. And here is that roof. And even with the sun, you don't feel the heat from that. Like, yeah, it's definitely very heavy duty glass for sure. You can't tint it or anything like that, which I would like to see. And then check out the dash too. Heads up display and really big dash. Now, I did use the one pedal drive, and on this bad boy, it is so strong. You have to almost put it on normal every time, because like you will almost fly out of your seat if you don't have a seatbelt on. And then this screen here can be fully customized. Also, they do hide a lot of your controls. So if you want to see like some of these, normally you would see sometimes these buttons on the outside, but for this, they put everything into this larger display here. And up here, you guys see you have this camera view on the outside, 360 camera, which is no surprise there. You have a bed view camera as well. Yeah, a lot of different things. This one does have the 4-wheel steering too. Drive modes are right here. So you have normal, off-road, and tow haul. At the very top is the home button too, so if you ever get lost in here, you can just click that, and it's just easy to find what you're looking for again. But yeah, this is definitely very intuitive, very quick. You can also control the climate on there, but you have the buttons down below as you guys saw earlier. Now this screen here has a button right here. So let's go ahead and see what it shows you. So you have full screen navigation, and this shows the miles per hour with the kilowatts, whether you're regenerating or you're using power. More calm screens there. And then this just shows you nice information with the miles per hour. I like this one probably the best. Then you have this guy too. So yeah, they do a good job with this setup here, guys. This really done well. Now let's go ahead and check out this side of the interior, and then I'll show you guys the towing numbers next. I didn't mention it earlier, but you do have a 12-way seat for the driver and passenger side. Open storage here. And this truck cannot be used for a bed camper, which is no surprise. And they do give you the tire pressure monitoring for your trailer too. That's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can see the numbers, but gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,300 pounds. The rear is 5,750 pounds with a 10,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating. Holy smokes, that's higher than a 3/4 ton Ram. 24/9 wide wheels. And here are the towing numbers. This thing can tow 10,000 pounds, even for the RST, 1,000 pound tongue weight they're showing. And 1,543 pounds of payload. That ain't bad at all. Wow. 19.7 gross combined weight rating. And then here's that yellow sticker showing the PSI for the front and rear tires. I hope you guys liked the video. I did figure out how to turn this thing off. So because it has a buckle to drive, sometimes the dealers will leave the seatbelt like this. That way they don't have to keep putting the seatbelt on to move it around the lot. So when it's like this, it won't turn off. So you have to unbuckle, open the door, and then it turns off by itself. So I figured it out. I'm not so old after all. I'm still young. I still got it. But if you guys want to see me do a drive video, I will do one in the future. I just don't have time today. And yeah, we'll see how it rides. Later.